October 15th, 1943. I almost got us both killed today. I wrote you a letter, Belle. And I used my name, and your name, and our address. I had the letter in my hand, and the old-timer, he warned me the letter could be so dangerous. I didn't have time to listen, but I left the letter behind. And I went along on a mission. But there was trouble. A man was shot. The German soldiers, they quickly surrounded us. And they forced him to tell where the partisans were hiding. And he gave them my name, Benjamin Levy. And he told them that I was a doctor and a Jew. And then the soldiers relieved his pain with a bullet. I don't know why they didn't just shoot me too. Maybe because I was a doctor. But Belle loaded me into a boxcar full of screaming children. After a while, the train came to a stop. The boxcar was out of sight around a curve. And a nearby shepherd, he heard the cries of the children. And he came and he opened the door. I started handing the children out. Belle, I was handing the children out to him, and the train suddenly began to move. I shoveled out the few remaining children, and then I jumped. And the man led us back to his village, where they took in all of those children. As I hiked away, I couldn't help think about that one dead partisan. Those 50 saved children. When this war is over, I will try to reunite them with their families, but Belle, I suspect that most of them will be orphans. God forbid that our child should be an orphan. I will be more careful in the future. I will not write to you again. No letters will lead these monsters to our doorstep.
That's like the dress that Angelica's going to wear. What do you think of the veil?
With a face like Angelica's, she should always wear a veil.
Nonna, please.
Now, what do you think of that bride's gown?
Oh, Nonna, it's like a confirmation dress. I want something modern, something chic.
Exactly. That's why I'm having the dressmaker come this afternoon.
What? I don't want to get a dress now. I want to wait until after the war. I want a perfect wedding. No blackout curtains on the windows or air raid sirens.
It'll be at the end of June. I already talked to Carlo's mother today. End of June, no discussion.
Please, Nonna.
Now this dressmaker, I've been told she can look at a picture in a magazine and poof, make the dress.
Just by looking at it? She must be expensive.
No, this girl will work cheaply.
Why?
Well, right now it's hard for her to work because of the laws.
Against the law to hire her? What is she, a communist or something? A Jew?
So what? She's good.
And cheap.
And reasonable. What's wrong with a good price? If you don't like it, go and buy your own dress.
All right, you win. What do you think of an ivory color gown? What color dress did you wear, Nonna?
I never told you.
No.
I wore black.
Black.
I was 5 months pregnant. When I was young, everyone was doing it, not like now. Besides, it wasn't exactly my choice to get married to your grandfather.
What changed your mind then?
My father's gone. He wanted to kill me and your grandfather. So finally, I agreed to marry. This is my granddaughter, Maria, the bride.
Hello, I'm the dress designer, Belle Levy. Where would you like to start? I have some sketches of dresses.
I have some pictures of dresses that I like. Here, look.
You have excellent taste. Now, mark the dresses in order of preference, and don't forget combinations. The bodice of this dress, the sleeve of that dress.
Oh, I see. The sleeves of this dress are too wide, like a fat angel, but I like the neckline.
Can you do anything with the dress to enhance her?
No! I know a lot of tricks to make the most out of your figure. You know, in the history of fashion, all types of figures have been popular. In the early 20s in America, a flat-chested look was all the rage.
Really?
Now that's stupid.
Yes, really. The opposite was true in ancient Rome. Women we would call fat were very popular.
I guess that makes sense when you look at all those fat statues around here.
But none of the statues are wearing wedding dresses. In fact, most of them are naked.
Go naked to your wedding. Did we really say?
Nonna!
Carlo would like that.
Really, Nonna? Well, I'm not a statue.
I feel like one of those fat statues.
Oh, a little too much pasta. Try some soup instead.
It's not pasta. I'm just a little pregnant. 3 months. I haven't had a chance to make any new clothes.
It'll be a boy.
How can you tell?
By your hair, it doesn't want to stay in place.
Oh, Nonna, you and your predictions.
Oh, Mama! Smells so delicious. Hello, Maria. I don't believe I've met your friend.
Oh, Papa, this isn't my friend. It's the dressmaker Nonna got to make my wedding gown.
You know her father. He made the suit for your wedding, too.
Now I remember. I still have that suit. I just don't fit it anymore.
We also do alterations.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you'll excuse us, Maria, I would like you to show me your favorite clothes.
All right, follow me. I don't have much, but I do have some good pieces.
Nice meeting you.
It's early to be drinking, Angela. What is it?
Oh, Mama.
You've been fired. You've been robbed. What?
The Germans came in today and searched the records. They made lists of all the German names, the Jewish names.
Maybe they just want to spy on those people.
No, they wanted the names and number of children in each family.
It's not your business.
But children!
Angelo, listen to your mother. Don't start this. Besides, the Pope won't let anything serious happen to the Roman Jews.
Just one word from him, and all the Catholics in Italy would protect the Jews.
Do you think he likes this Hitler fellow? No, but he knows if he says anything, it'll be the Catholics who would suffer, especially those Catholics in Germany. He can't just think about us in Rome. He's the Pope for the whole world. Anyway, Catholics aren't in love with Jews. Aren't most of them communists? Anti-fascists?
Some of the biggest fascists were Jews.
You better just stop this nonsense right now, Angelo. You can't put us into danger with your soft-hearted craziness. These Nazis shoot people, no questions, no explanations. You just think about us for a change. You think about the danger to your family.
I'm thinking about my soul.
Your soul. Your soul. If you want to save people, then you save your own family. Now, no more of this.
I really like this scarf. It's beautiful.
It was my mother's. We have most of her clothes put away. I can't fit in them. Our figures were so different. She was very petite and beautiful. Everyone says I look just like her. She died 7 years ago.
Well, may her memory be a blessing. Now, I need to measure you. Do you know if you want an old-fashioned gown or a modern look?
Modern, please. I want to be a modern woman.
Nicholas!
Very. Thank God Carlo's even more ticklish than me, or he'd laugh me to death. Papa,
Your father's making trouble again.
how this time?
He wants to save the world.
You're in terrible danger. I work in the records department. The Germans came in. Lists were collected. All the Jews, not just the ones in the ghetto, are in terrible danger.
I don't think we're in any danger right now. We just paid the Germans a gold ransom.
Ransom.
We only had a day to raise 50 kilos of gold.
50 kilos. That's almost as much as I weigh.
That's why I don't have a wedding ring. Everybody gave something. They say even non-Jews gave gold.
50 kilos?
So the Jews of Rome will be safe now. All the Germans really want is gold.
Give the devil your little finger and he wants your whole hand.
When do you think something will happen?
Tonight? Tomorrow morning? Soon. Very soon.
Papa, what do you think you can do about it? You mean hide her here? It's too dangerous.
Listen to her, Angelo.
Not another word, Mama. I know I'm a fool. Isn't that what you always tell me? But I must do this thing. I've made up my mind.
My old schoolmate Gina was hiding a partisan. They took the partisan away, but then took her out into the street and shot her.
I couldn't live with myself again if I didn't try to help her.
And who's going to buy her food? Who's going to take care of her? She's pregnant, too.
All the more reason. Do you want to send a pregnant woman to God knows where? Do you want their blood on your hands?
You always want to change the world, but you can't, my son.
May not be able to save the world, but we save just this one girl and her baby.
You want to save her? You take care of her. You cook, you clean, you buy the food. Where will she sleep?
Please, Mama, I'll take the guest cot.
Oh.
You can have my bed. She can stay with Maria. It'll probably only be a few days until we can find another hiding place.
I appreciate your offer, but I must leave. I must tell my parents.
No, you must stay here. You must be safe. You must stay until the danger's over. Who knows if something may happen in the next few minutes?
But my parents!
I know you would sacrifice yourself for them, but think of your baby. I'll tell your parents.
Angelo, no!
You must make them promise to go into hiding.
I'll make them promise.
You are not going.
Don't worry, Mama. I'll be sly. Look at me. I look harmless. The shop is still on the corner behind the big synagogue, right?
Yes, the same as always.
Angelo, I forbid you from going.
I can do this thing. I can do it.
My mother knows I'm here. You tell her, you warn her, please.
Go right away.
If anything happens to my papa,
Nothing can happen to him. It can't. He's too kind.
He's a fool, always fantasizing about changing the world. And he can't lie, never could lie. Always had to look up into the air to dream something up as if that weren't obvious. The only person he can fool is himself.
Maybe they won't stop him. Maybe he'll be lucky.
he's never been lucky either, not with anything.
Then all we can do is pray.
You go right ahead. It's obviously done a lot of good for your people.
But it doesn't hurt to pray. Aren't you always saying that, Nonna?
My own words come back to haunt me. God in heaven, protect my foolish son.
And keep him safe from harm.
Amen.
Now let's go make up the beds and fix up a place for our guests.
The morning of October 16th will be seared into the memory of every Italian Jew forever. Would other Italians remember it like it was for us? Like it was the end of the world? Now, the partisans had their share of spies as well, and a message from Hitler to Rome was deciphered, stating that all Italian Jews were to be collected and deported. The British, they knew, and so did the Americans. What did they do? Did the Pope know? Was a warning sent out? Is my wife alive? Where's my family? Where are my parents? My little brother? What about Belle's family? Will my child even be born?
I don't know much about fashion, but that dress looks pretty nice to me.
Thank you. Let me know if there's anything else I can do. I hope I won't be imposing for long.
If it weren't for the war, I'd say for us to set up a bridal shop. Nonna and I could sell those dresses like fire.
And I can bargain for anything and get it half price.
Oh, my Nonna was the same way. You call this a cabbage? This is last week's cabbage.
I do you a favor and buy it for half. Yes, if it weren't for this war. And wait a minute, why should we let the war stop us? I know I can make fabric. We could have a little business.
I'll do anything to help. I'd love to earn my keep for the few days I'll be here.
Why did you go off to so early this morning? Oh, without your breakfast, I'll heat up something for you.
I don't know if I can eat.
Oh, now what kind of nonsense is this?
This morning, just before sunrise, the Nazis rounded up all the Jews and took them away in trucks. You see, I told you trouble was coming.
My parents.
I tried to trace him, but it was impossible. I just prayed that your mother listened, but she had so many excuses. She went on and on about paying the ransom.
The president of the synagogue said there was no danger. And my papa said if we went into hiding too soon, people wouldn't be sympathetic.
Your mother even said the Pope wouldn't let anything happen.
Your mama would listen though, wouldn't she?
But last night, you said you made her promise to go into hiding.
She did promise.
She always keeps her promises. But my papa can be so stubborn.
Angelo, it was enough that you went yesterday. Did you have to take another risk today?
Mama, I was careful. But your parents' tailor shop is empty and scavengers are roaming the streets.
Oh, we better go to Belle's apartment right away. There won't be anything left.
You think someone would take my things?
Yes? Now, Angelo, if you're not going to eat anything, let's hurry and get what we can.
Where's your apartment? Is it in the ghetto?
No. Here's my card. It has the address.
I know where this is. It's not far. Nonna and I will go get your things.
Won't the Germans be looking for me at my apartment?
Even if they are there, believe me, I can get them to give me your things. No one ever gives me any trouble because I'm a helpless old lady.
Only because they don't know you. Still, Papa, be careful.
Mama will protect me. The Germans won't stand a chance.
Maria, get that laundry ready for ironing and clean up while we're gone.
October 17th, 1943. Dearest Maria, how are you? I am fine. The weather here is lousy. Yesterday I played a game of soccer and scored 2 goals. I want some money betting on the game too. I think about you all the time. My mother wrote that she reserved the church for our wedding. I'm looking forward to that day. I missed your smile. Give your father and Nonna greetings from me, with love and kisses. Carla. I almost wrote, wish you were here. Really, I wish I was there. I hate when the Germans make me interrogate the prisoners. I have to sound very tough when I say, if you don't give them answers, they're going to kill you. I always add, they really will kill you. The Germans own Rome now. They just received the news and I heard them bragging that over 1,000 Jews had been arrested, including women and children. All the gold in the world could not save them.
Let me help you with the laundry.
I hate to fold laundry almost as much as I hate ironing.
Why do you have to fold if it's going to be ironed anyway?
There might be just one less wrinkle if it's been folded first. Nonna irons everything, and it has to be just so.
My husband is very fussy about his shirts.
How did you meet your husband?
We used a matchmaker.
A matchmaker?
Well, my mother talked me into it, but surprisingly, the matchmaker did a great job. We're so well suited for each other, similar interests and goals. We fell madly in love very quickly.
How romantic.
Yes, he proposed in front of the Trevi fountain with all the tourists snapping photographs of us.
Where is your husband now?
He's in Switzerland, studying medicine.
Why didn't you go with him?
The baby's coming, and I want to be with my mama. Besides, he's studying all the time, and the war is all around, and they say it's really cold there. As if the war isn't all around here, too.
When was the last time you saw him?
End of July.
It's the woman's fate to always be the one waiting. The sooner this war is over, the better. Carlo's mother and Nonna want me to get married this June, but I told them I want to wait until the end of the war.
What does your fiancé think? Do you get to see him very often?
No. Carlo's somewhere in the north with the Germans. He translates for them. All he ever writes to me is that the weather is terrible no matter where he goes. Oh, and that he loves me.
He's German?
His mother's Austrian, and he spent summers as a waiter at his cousin's restaurant in Vienna. I think he got fired for dropping things. He is so clumsy. I don't think he's really a soldier. I can't imagine him with a gun. He'd probably shoot himself.
We got everything we could from your apartment, but the furniture was too expensive.
What do you mean expensive?
Well, the only reason we got anything was because your landlady sold it to us.
She sold my things? Oh, why would she do such a thing? She was always so nice to me.
She figured you wouldn't come back. Why shouldn't she get something out of it? I found this picture, so I just took it.
Thank you. That sewing machine was my mother's.
I think we got a good deal for it. Your parents?
Yes.
Maria, sometimes a person just needs to cry.
October 17th, 1943. I begged our leader, please let me return to Rome. What good would it do for you to get yourself killed as well? Your family could be in hiding. Your search could expose them. I never should have come here. But could I have stayed in Rome? Here at least I can fight these monsters. And every day the end seems nearer. The Allies have marched within 75 miles south of Rome, and Italy has surrendered. But the Germans, are occupying Italy like a conquered foe. The liberators and the conquerors, both destroying Italy, both destroying my home. If only I knew that Belle were still alive. It would give me so much more strength to carry on. Yevarecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. Amen.
Belle, could you make me some coffee?
Certainly. Let me just put away these books.
If you don't want to do it, just say so and I'll do it myself.
No, I'm happy to do it. Mr. Romano, would you like some coffee?
What?
I'm making some coffee for Maria. Would you like some too?
No, I'm fine with my wine. Thank you for asking.
All right.
Princess, that wasn't very polite. You should be making coffee for her. After all, she is our guest.
Not really.
But she's pregnant.
She's not even showing.
That's not the point.
So, how was church?
You should come and find out for yourself sometime. Put that red 3 back down on that black 4.
No, that's cheating.
So who are you cheating? What are you doing?
Making coffee?
That's not the way you do it. Look at how much you were going to waste, you idiot. You didn't touch anything else, did you?
No, not a thing.
Just get out of the kitchen.
She doesn't like anyone in her kitchen when she's not there.
Then why did you send me to make coffee?
I thought you'd be done. She came back early.
Maria, set the table.
Papa, do you always have to listen to opera?
I like to sing along.
But your opera habit could get us into trouble. Turn it down at least.
Yeah, and don't sing so loud either.
You're not exactly Enrico Caruso.
You surely like to listen loud enough when there's a fight on.
I do like to listen to those Saturday night fights.
Fights?
Boxing.
She loves it.
She even likes to watch the pigeons go at it.
Throw on a big piece of bread. I like to watch them fight.
The food smells so delicious. Is it chicken?
No, it isn't chicken, it's rabbit.
Rabbit.
Oh, God. Pregnant women are like that sometimes and can't take certain foods.
I better go see how Belle's doing. Belle, are you all right?
I'll be fine.
Don't you like rabbit?
I don't know. It was just the thought of eating it. In our religion, certain foods are forbidden.
And you don't eat them?
Usually, I mean, my family isn't strictly kosher, but except for the holidays, but we never ate the forbidden foods.
And what's forbidden? I've heard about ham.
Rabbit, certain cuts of beef, shellfish, meat and cheese together.
That's practically everything. We can't cook 2 separate meals.
I wouldn't want to put you to any trouble. I'm not a picky eater. I'm sure I can adjust. It's just hard because I'm so worried about my parents.
What can you do? It's natural to be worried and scared.
I don't feel so scared as I feel angry. I find myself angry so much and asking why. Why? We're not criminals. We haven't done anything wrong. Why are we being punished?
Because you're Jewish.
What have Jews done?
Well, there's the big thing.
What?
You know, killing Christ.
The Romans killed Christ.
No, Pontius Pilate washed his
You
hands.
wash your hands and the decision you make goes away?
No, but he let the Jews decide.
What Jews? Criminals. Law-abiding Jews were at home observing Passover.
What are you saying?
The Last Supper. It was a Passover meal, and the people who decided Jesus' fate were not observing. They weren't religious, so how can they be called Jews?
Just because I don't go to church every Sunday doesn't mean I'm not Catholic. Why don't the Jews believe in Jesus anyway?
Because Jews believe in one God.
So do Catholics.
Jews see the Trinity as 3 separate gods. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
But the Trinity is 3 in 1.
That's a major point of difference.
Well, you're not that religious, so why not just change religions and be done with all your problems? I would. Me, I'd be a Protestant tomorrow if I thought it would help me. I mean, all the prayers end in amen. What's the difference if you're not that religious?
It's strange, but now that my religion is the reason for all my troubles, I I love it that much more. I really miss some of the rituals.
Well, rituals are mostly nonsense. Now, take your mind off those things. Tomorrow Nonna is going to get all the fabric and all the other things you need to make my dress and all those other dresses. How many dresses can you finish? You said you wanted to earn your keep.
I can work.
Well, what are you waiting for? You can start on the designs today. Can't you hurry? We can't miss our meeting today. It's a big one.
Do you want the buttons to fall off?
Of course not.
Please, girls, everyone's a little like the cat with its tail out the door.
Done.
Good, Maria, let's get you ready.
The fake pregnancy is brilliant.
A scarf for 5 sausages. Business is good. Is everything covered?
Smooth and firm.
Now remember, don't walk. Waddle.
And look tired.
That's easy. After all those planes last night, I hardly slept.
Are we ready to deal?
Let's go. We have to hurry so that I can get ready for the party tonight. I cannot wait to see Carlo after all these months.
Oh, and he'll only have one thing on his mind.
Nonna!
What is it?
The baby kicked me. Hard.
Definitely a boy.
Oh, Benjamin. Soon. Soon, you always whispered to me, soon it will be over. But the newspapers print all the German victories and the capture of the partisans, and it's not over, and it drags on, and I am so furious with you. How could you leave me? How could you put your life at risk every day? I don't want to raise this child alone. I don't know if I could raise this child alone. When I married you, I thought I was finally done with being poor. I actually thought I could go to the university and never look back at the ghetto. Here I am, at the mercy of my benefactors, and I spend almost every second holding my tongue. I am deprived of even a decent conversation. Sometimes I feel like slapping Maria across her smug little face. I would enjoy that. Other times I think about jumping out the window, and then they would be sorry about the way they've treated me. Of course, I'd be sorry too. Trying to kick some sense into me? What am I thinking? I'm lucky to be alive and to have food and a place to sleep. To be protected from what's out there. It's my own little miracle. And you must become Jewish. Dear God, please let me have a healthy baby, and I'll do anything. If I have a son, if he's born healthy, I promise he will have a bris. With all my heart, I promise it.
No? Didn't mean to startle you.
No, I was just going to turn the lights on. It gets dark so early this time of year.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes.
Are you all right?
Yes, yes I am.
Well, I don't believe you, but if you don't want to talk, I understand.
Do you think the war will be over before the baby comes? Am I being childish and silly?
You're not being silly. I think the war will be over. I think it will be over soon. So stop your worrying. Take care of you and your little one. Your precious little prince or princess.
I can feel the baby moving around. It feels so strange, so uncontrollable. Here, feel it.
Yes, strong. Strange. It feels like the baby has hiccups. Is that possible?
I don't know. It does feel like that. There is one thing that's worrying me.
What's that?
If it's a boy, my son must be Jewish. After all, Nonna is constantly commenting that it will be a boy, and if the baby's a boy, how will I arrange for the bris,
What?
the circumcision?
Easy solution. Don't do it.
But my son must be Jewish. It's very important to me. I promised God if it's a healthy boy.
I think it would be much healthier for a Jewish baby boy to put off getting snipped. So stop your worrying. Please, Belle.
Maybe I can do it myself. With these little sharp knives.
Belle. No. If it's that important to you, I'll find someone who does that.
How? Exactly. How would you find a moil?
A what?
A moil is a person who performs a religious ceremony. How would you find one?
Don't worry, I have connections.
Connections.
Yes, Nonna would kill me herself if she found out, so promise not to tell a soul.
Yes, I promise.
I've been working with the partisans.
Oh God, you're right. Nonna would kill you.
Not a word to anyone, but I can make contacts, you can find someone who does what you want. So stop your worrying.
Hello?
Hello, Mama. Let me help you with those bags. Where's Maria?
She's getting her hair done. Why is that candle on the table? We were saving that.
It's for Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights. I don't want to waste the candle, I'm sorry.
Mama, it's just one candle. It's for Jewish Christmas.
Oh, Angelo, yes, of course. Jewish Christmas. That makes a lot of sense.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'chadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'chadlik ner shel Chanukah.
December 22nd, first night of Hanukkah, and we could use another miracle. Sooner the better. I can imagine that my love is showing by now. Her front all round and smooth. I should be able to feel the baby's kicks. Oh, it is a strong baby, and it will be so healthy when it's born. And his voice will be so loud, so clear. And old Dr. Goldberg will proclaim, "Benjamin, your baby's got a healthy set of lungs." And Belle will be there. She's so radiant. And she smiles, and she reaches her arms up to me, and she says, "Benjamin, how does it feel to be a father?" I am silent, because it is frightening. To be responsible for them, responsible for their lives, to be responsible for this world that my child will grow up in, and be powerless to change it. Pure fear.
You'll wake them. Carlo, I told you I hate it when you do that.
You know, if there are bra opening races in the Olympics, I would win. Speed and finesse.
I'll be back in a moment. I have to freshen up.
love the way you smell tonight. Like a rose in springtime. And you're so beautiful tonight in that dress, like a goddess or a movie star.
Oh, Carlo, stop! I have to breathe. You kiss like a peasant.
You know, sometimes I think you were a better kisser when we were children.
I'm just holding back for that special day. I spend hours each day just imagining it. The music, our friends, soft clouds, the party.
The wedding night. Then we'll live happily ever after.
I hope so. It does seem like the right thing to do, doesn't it? We've been friends for so long.
Are you having doubts?
It's not that. Nonna says I read too many of those romantic novels.
I'm not much of a prince.
Don't say that. You're cute.
You're sweet to say it.
We're a pair. You with your big ears and me with my...
Maria, I love you exactly as you are.
Nonna's listening. Will I see you tomorrow?
I have to go back north very early tomorrow. It's lucky to come home at all.
They should at least give you 2 weeks off for Christmas and New Year's. It's so unfair.
It is unfair. Everything's unfair, but can't last much longer.
The Germans claim they're winning, but what's actually happening? And I really don't understand the problems with the Jews.
They are obsessed with the Jews and blame them for everything that goes wrong. When I saw the trains with the women and children, I bothered to ask them, why? They told me that little Jew children grow up to be big Jew problems.
What do you think of people who hide Jews?
Well, it's risky, but if I had the chance, I would do it.
Belle's a Jew.
Who?
Belle? She came to design my wedding dress. Papa insisted on hiding her because she's pregnant.
Be extra careful, but I admire you for sheltering her.
Is the war really almost over?
I don't want to talk about it. Maria, the war is so ugly. You are so beautiful. I don't want to think about it. I just want to imagine peace and being with you in our own little apartment. When the war's over, everything will go back to the way it was before.
Do you really think so?
Well, it'll almost be the same, except with Mussolini gone, the trains won't run on time.
Speaking of time, it's really late.
So,
So, you're still here, Carlo? No luck again?
Nonna!
Why, you kids are just spoiled. I once spent the night with 5 men in one bed.
now that sounds interesting.
It was a snowstorm, not an orgy.
Well, I might as well be going anyway. Germans let me have a driver and a car for tonight.
Were you going to let the driver wait for you all night?
If I was lucky, which I'm not. Well, a big journey ahead tomorrow. Good night.
You take care, Carlo. Be safe.
Nonna, I got orders for 4 gowns for New Year's, and they already gave me half the money!
Oh, now let's go tell all the good news. Yeah, wake up. We have some good news.
The war is over?
No.
Everyone loved my dress at the officers' Christmas party, begging me for the name of the dressmaker. They all want you to design and make 4 gowns for New Year's.
New Year's. Imagine them wearing your designs.
Design evening gowns for women I've never seen?
Impossible!
Well, now don't get excited. Remember, these are the rich willing to pay a fortune.
I need to see them for the measurements.
You can't see them. I couldn't guarantee your safety. Some are German officers' wives.
Germans?
So make the dresses pretty but uncomfortable. Maria can do the measurements. She'll teach her.
The designs itself would be the greatest challenge. That dress Maria is wearing would look terrible on the wrong person. How many exactly?
4 gowns.
Impossible. I just can't. There's no way.
Come on, don't get excited. Wait, I have an idea. I think it will work.
Stop whining. whining. You're acting like a big baby. We'll have to do our best.
My best? I could not make 4 evening gowns by next week if my life depended on it.
Maybe your life does depend on it.
What do you mean?
I have told German officers' wives that I will deliver fantastic, modern evening gowns in 6 days. What will happen to me, to our family, if suddenly I tell them no gowns? Would you make me a liar to them?
No, of course not. Why would you make such a crazy offer?
Because we'll get a lot of money, and I think you can do it.
Can you take this gown and make something modern with it? It belonged to Maria's mother. Her family was rich and they spared no expense.
It's beautiful.
This dress, all of Mother's dresses should be mine. You can't just tear them up.
Not tear, alter, modernize. You couldn't fit in those dresses anyway.
Maria, it's the only way to get the gowns done.
I can't go back to the Germans with nothing, and I think they would come after us if we didn't deliver. They already gave me half the money to buy fabric.
Yes, and think of how much we could save on fabric.
This has possibilities.
Good. Now, get some sleep.
Did people really like the dress?
Really, they loved it. It looked so good while I was dancing. Sometimes I think dancing's one of the things that I miss the most. What do you miss?
This time of night. Lying in bed with my husband, talking about our dreams or funny little things that happened during the day. I miss the way he would squeeze my hand or kiss my fingertips and...
Did you like it? Nonna says it's something a woman just has to put up with, like the monthly curse.
That's a nice thing about our religion. A man is supposed to pleasure his wife.
But doesn't it hurt?
Maybe the first time, but then it's sharing. Oh, I can't explain it.
Does he touch you all over?
Sometimes. Worried about your wedding night?
Dreading it.
Why?
Carlo is so clumsy.
Sex will come naturally.
It really doesn't hurt?
Not if he really loves you.
What? You girls still awake? The time for gossip is over. The time for sleep is here.
Good night.
Good night, Nonna. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
February 29th, 1944. As if we needed an extra day of wind and snow. Even the stoic Germans remarked that it was the coldest winter in remembrance, and they all had thick coats. My coat was serviceable, and I was grateful for my hat and gloves. Partisans we captured, on the other hand, were wearing little more than rags with newspapers stuffed into their shoes as meager protection against the bitter cold. Sometimes I convinced the officer I was working with not to kill them, but use them to clear debris from the road and other work. Rationalized I was doing some good, saving them from death. Still their eyes burned with the hatred for the Germans, and for me. Once the patrol caught an American scout who was so well-fed, clean-shaven, with a new uniform filled with cigarettes, chocolate bars, matches, and a brand new gun that I thought to myself, even the Germans can't beat the Americans. Then he told me in broken Italian he was a proud Italian-American, that he was ashamed of me for working with the enemy, that I should rot in hell. And I probably will.
I'm coming. Who is it?
Security police, please open the door.
How can I help you?
We're conducting a house search. Mind if we look around?
We have nothing to hide. Have you been lucky this morning?
Yes, we picked up an illegal radio and made some arrests.
Good. I hope you catch all those criminals. It makes me feel safe to have you searching for them. Don't worry, Belle. They're not here about your husband. She's always worried that she'll get news about her husband. He's a very important person. In fact, he's worked directly with Mussolini.
Where is he now?
Last we heard, somewhere in the north. We hardly ever get mail. That's why she was worried that you were bringing her bad news.
Thank you.
We will need to see your papers.
Belle, you need to fold the rest of that laundry.
All right.
Please, I'll carry it for you.
Thank you. Just take it up into the bedroom. My grandmother put her papers somewhere.
Who is she, your sister?
No, my cousin. Her family sent her to us because Rome is supposed to be safe. No bombing.
The British and Americans, they have no respect.
They don't understand that this is the eternal city.
My wife's gonna have a baby any day now. She's as big as a cow. When is your baby due?
April.
Even though I already have 5 daughters, I hope mine's a girl,
Why?
so she doesn't have to go to war.
Are you sure you have papers for her?
Somewhere. Let me try the hutch. My cousin, she comes from an important winemaking family, and the real reason that her family sent her here is that her husband was already killed. And they're afraid someone in the village will say something like, "Sorry, your husband was killed." Pregnant women can be very sensitive, you know? The wine her family makes is a beautiful red, a Barbarossa. Would you like a bottle? It has the family label.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
This is a really good red wine. It goes well with any kind of pasta. In fact, you could drink it with just bread and cheese. It won't give you a headache like those cheap red wines. They make it the old-fashioned way, with the pretty girls stomping on it with their bare feet, holding up their dresses.
We can't waste any more time here. Is this girl posted on the list downstairs?
I think so.
Here are the papers. My grandmother. She puts everything away.
These papers are in order. From now on, keep them with you.
Please, take this wine. I'm so sorry you had to wait.
No, it could be considered a bribe.
I don't need to bribe you. Everything's in order, right? No, it's a gift from me.
I can't take it.
Please, do you want to insult my family's winemaking?
No, I'll take the wine. we wouldn't want to insult anyone.
All right.
Good luck with the baby.
Good day.
That's pretty good. I can be a spy. They believed everything I said. God, I was going crazy. I couldn't remember where Papa put those papers.
These are very good forgeries.
Oh, not forgeries, the real thing. Papa got his buddies to use all the real stamps and seals. He said it was for his niece.
Belle Carlotta Romano. How long have you had these papers?
Oh, since about the first week. We used the photo from your old ID. Papa thought...
All these weeks you've had these perfect papers and you never let me go anywhere?
What are you saying?
I've been a prisoner here.
A guest!
I've worked like a slave, sewing, cleaning.
I saved your life today.
No, your father saved my life today.
What about me? I entertained that policeman. He was ready to take you away.
Only because your head was too empty to remember where the papers were. You're such an idiot, always reading those stupid magazines. You were probably too dumb to read a whole book.
How dare you insult me? If you are out on the streets, you will be snapped up in a moment and taken to one of those terrible places that they have for Jews.
But your papa made these beautiful, perfect papers. He's a real saint. Even though he spoils you rotten, you brat.
Brat! How about my papa and Nonna baby you? Sit down, Belle. Have some more food, Belle. You're eating for 2.
Help me fold the laundry, Belle. Bring me some coffee, Belle. Sweep up the floor. Come wash these dishes. Hurry and sew up those dresses, Belle. I'm treated like a slave.
Slave? A few dishes and you call that slavery?
I never get to go out. I'm locked within these 4 walls with you and your fantasies of movie stars and royalty.
Well, why don't you go out to the real world with those papers?
I think I will.
You can get out now.
Gladly. Happily. May I have some of the money I've earned?
What about room and board?
Less my room and board, of course. I'll send for my things. I am never coming back here!
If you do, I'll turn you in and collect the reward.